There is a story about someone who used to explain their feelings, not in a dramatic way, not to create problems, just explaining. Because they believed something simple. If I explain clearly enough, things will eventually feel better, so they tried. At first, they chose words carefully, they waited for the right moment. Sometimes they were answered with advice, sometimes with silence, sometimes with, "You are overthinking." Still, they kept explaining, because being understood felt important enough to keep trying. But over time, something subtle happened. Explaining started to feel heavy, not because the feelings disappeared, but because each explanation ended in the same place. Nothing really changed, so the words became shorter, less detailed, less frequent. Eventually, they stopped explaining, not out of anger, not to punish anyone, but because silence required less energy than being misunderstood again. Explaining had become effort, silence had become protection. There's a line of saying often attributed to Carl Rogers. He said that when people feel truly heard, they do not need to defend themselves. Now think about the opposite. What happens when someone explains again and never feels heard? From the outside, this silence looks like distance. It looks like disinterest. It looks like withdrawal. But inside, it is often exhaustion. The kind that comes, not from speaking too little, but from speaking too much without being met. If someone stops explaining, does it really mean they stopped caring? Or does it mean they cared long enough to become tired? How many times can a feeling be repeated before silence feels safer? And when someone becomes quiet, is it always calm? The story does not end with answers. Some people never explain again. Not because they healed, but because they adapted. Some stories are not meant to teach, they are meant to be recognized.